it doesn't make sense to me that we're okay with this shit.
No.
I don't get it. I don't.
Mm.
I don't. This is the same guy that was rubbing his hands through fuckhead's hair.
Mm-hmm.
And why we can't, part of the reason why we can't get rid of that cunt right now.
Yeah.
Leave us alone. Is this live or not? What are you doing
Is
to
it?
me here? All right. I'm just going to play this fucking warning. It says we're live. Whatever.
The views and thoughts and opinions of
Great show.
Enjoy.
It's great. I just don't understand.
How to say ladies and gentlemen in gender neutral terms.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I forgot a very important part of this for Facebook. So before it's too late, hey, I'm Dan Calachico, Above Average Comedian. Craig Lagonz is here. You just heard him. Craig, stretch for a minute. It's the 30th anniversary of a big thing in wrestling that was one of those things that changed the course for wrestling forever. Can you stretch for me on that one, and I'll be
Sure,
and I'll jump in. Yeah, there you go.
June 23rd, 1996 was the annual, I forget what number it was, King of the Ring, back when King of the Ring, it was actually the 10th King of the Ring tournament, took place June 23rd, 1996 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee.
Yeah. It's also the King of the Ring was the on the undercard of the main event, which was then WWF champion Shawn Michaels against the British Bulldog with special guest referee Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. And the undercard was the King of the Ring. Now slated to win the King of the Ring that year in 1996. Was the up-and-coming heel blue blood Hunter Hearst Helmsley, who had carried favor in the front office, and they liked his look, and he was getting over, and they liked the cut of his jib. But a funny thing happened on the way to the tournament. A little thing called the curtain call, where the kayfabe was broken. In a match in Madison Square Garden. A match in Madison Square Garden that took place 2 days after these same four wrestlers. Razor Ramon was taking on the face. Razor Ramon was taking on Hunter Hearst Helmsley, while heel Diesel was taking on the champion, Shawn Michaels. These four men wrestled each other in Philadelphia, with Hunter going over Razor with a pedigree, and Shawn Michaels defeating Diesel in center of the ring with a super kick. I thought it was weird that both men sold the finishing moves well after the bout was over. Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley gave Scott Hall the pedigree and counted to three and raised his hand and announced the winner. And Hunter left, and there was Scott Hall still laying down in the center of the ring. The main event that night in the Philadelphia Spectrum, Shawn Michaels hit Diesel with a super kick, pinned him. 1, 2, 3. Referee announced the winner. Music goes off. Shawn's dancing around the ring, walks all around, slapping hands with everyone. Music's still going. Diesel still lying flat in the middle of the ring, hasn't moved. I said, that's a hell of a sell job.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
2 days later, these 4 men would do battle again. Hunter going over Razor Ramon, and Shawn Michaels would defeat Diesel in a steel cage. And after the battle was over, all 4 men came in the ring, hugged each other, raised their hands, and if not for some very grainy, very early, couldn't even say cell phone footage, film footage of all 4 men.
Yeah, that's right.
From way up in the cheap seats. And because we now know that Scott Hall and Kevin Nash that would be their last match in WWF. They were leaving to WCW. Couldn't punish Shawn because he was the world champion. So the only person left to punish was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. So they took him out of the King of the Ring tournament. He did a series of jobs to such people as the Brooklyn Brawler and Kai and Tai, and was kind of taken off of television. So the King of the Ring was wide open, and the decision would go to this new up and coming heel named Stone Cold Steve Austin. His first semifinal match was against a guy he knew really well, because they had several matches in WCW under different names. In WCW, it was Stunning Steve Austin would wrestle Johnny B. Bad, but here it would be Wild Man Mark Marrow going against Stone Cold Steve Austin. And in the bout, Mark Marrow had a move where he would be behind his opponent and he would kick up his feet, and they would go underneath his opponent's arms, and he'd roll backwards into a roll up. Well, when Mr. Marrow kicked up his feet underneath Stone Cold's armpits, one of the boots went right into his mouth, instantly splitting his lip. Steve Austin carried on with the match, eventually won it, but went immediately to urgent care, an emergency room, to put 14 stitches in his lip because he had to wrestle later on that night. While that match was going on the other bracket, the returning Jake the Snake Roberts, complete with snakeskin vest to cover up this huge potbelly, would defeat Vader. And Vader dominated, and he succumbed to the DDT. How'd it go? Oh, I'm sorry. Vader was disqualified. He pulled the referee in front of him.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even remember that anyway.
No, Vader was dominating left and right.
Real quick, just Misty is back.
Misty.
Couldn't log in. Well, you're having login problems. Tip of the iceberg. I'm glad you're alive. I'm just gonna call Burton because I don't really know how to say the first name. New viewer here. Thanks for coming in. Stone Cold had the bar brawler vibe, and Stone Cold, other than Mick Foley, was their favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
There you go. Sorry, I'm catching. I was dealing with technical difficulties on the back end.
No, that's fine.
That's why I was letting Craig catch up, and I was reading everybody. I'm sorry. I'm back.
No, it's okay. Welcome, Misty, and thank you for welcome back, Misty, and welcome to our new viewer listener. So the finals are set. Vader won in disqualification after using the referee as a human shield, and he was disqualified. And afterwards, Vader assaulted Jake and gave him a Vader bomb, which Jake Roberts back then was, wasn't hard to take. But Austin was coming back into in between his matches after he was getting sewn up. He knew that he was going to be wrestling Jake, and Michael Hayes tells the story. This is back when he was Doc Hendricks doing the announcing afterwards. That he knew when he found out he was going to be Jake, he thought about what Bible verse can I use? Because when Jake Roberts returned to the WWF in 1996, he was a born again Christian, and telling how the Lord had saved him. it stuck. But Austin remembers, just like I did, growing up on television. You'd always see a guy with a rainbow wig on, waving his glow sticks, and you usually see him in the end zone when he's trying to get the people to miss, or even on the sidelines of basketball game. Because back then, kids on network TV, on the 70s, only certain teams played on national TV, and in football was either the Steelers, the Raiders, or the Cowboys. And on basketball, it was either the Lakers, the Celtics, or the Sixers. So this guy, his name was Rock and Rolla, knew which games were going to be nationally televised. So he would be where the cameras were, wearing a rainbow wig and holding up John 3:16. He became a national celebrity like the San Diego Chicken was, just because he was everywhere. Beat the living shit out of him. Because this was a past his prime Jake Roberts. He was coming back because of the sympathy factor, and the fans were really happy to see him, and he came back with an initial push. So Jake was hobbling to the ring, and when Austin won, with Jake taking one of the worst stunners ever. Now, keep in mind, this was a new move by Steve. He hadn't been doing it that long. In fact, I think he was even just going down to his knees and not, sitting on his ass.
Yeah.
And after he beat Jake Roberts, he went back to the previous 9 times. This is the 10th King of the Ring. The winner would walk up and get their robe and then put the crown on. We saw Owen Hart do it. We saw Brett do it. We even saw, I was at the Spectrum when Mabel did it in 1994. But Austin wouldn't do it. Didn't put on a robe, didn't put on the robe, didn't put on the crown. No. He just walked up to Doc Hendricks and told him what he thought.
Talk some shit.
And as Jake Roberts was being helped back to the ring, to the backstage area, that's when Austin pointed him. You say you quote your Bible verses, your John 3:16. Well,
Austin 3:16 says, "I just whipped your ass." Gotcha.
And that Monday on Raw, we saw the first of many Austin 3:16 signs. And 30 years later, Steve Austin is still has the largest selling merchandise, has sold more merchandise than any professional wrestler on earth.
He's not even, yes, exactly, Misty. It still sells out. Yeah, no.
It still sells out. No,
you think the NWO shirt was hard to get? Well, it was hard to get because WCW didn't know how to merchandise. The Austin 3:16 stuff was everywhere.
Yeah.
Because they knew how to do that.
Yeah.
Magically.
They knew how to capitalize, and they knew how to sell. Yeah. And Austin 3:16, for the next 10 years would be the most, and like I said, still the most selling. So when we talk about the greatest wrestlers of all time and people that changed the game, Steve Austin, it would be on my Mount Rushmore, because next to Hogan in the WWF, he changed the game. I'm not putting Rock on the list because Rock was an anomaly. We knew he had to look when they let him off the chains. They cut his hair. They took out the Rocky Maivia, and he leaned into the "Die Rocky Die" chants. And Cornette said it, and I think even Jim Ross said it. I said, this kid's going to be the biggest star in wrestling in 5 years, but it took him 3. And,
good point.
2,
yes.
Yeah, 2 movies, and he's not only the biggest star, he's the biggest star in Hollywood. So I didn't say he changed wrestling. He changed wrestling in the form of entertainment. Austin is what changed the game, because there hadn't been a wrestler, a heel, that connected with so many fans that quickly and for so long. Do you know how cool you have to be to get the fans to turn on Bret Hart after a match? Their WrestleMania match was still yet to come, but Austin 316 was created June 23rd, 1996, and the mystique, the aura, the legend was born that day 30 years ago.
It changed the fortunes when it counted, when you were getting stomped by the NWO. When that started to fail, you had it easy. Well, you had it easy, but you had a simple go-to. We had Austin. You had The Rock. You were ready to go, ready to roll.
Yeah,
Supporting cast of great.
exactly. And when we talk about the NWO, which we will, because they're in their
That's coming up
30th anniversary, it's coming up in 2 weeks. But when they were on fire and they got 83 weeks, and it's like what people don't realize that the WWF still had plenty of ammunition. Yeah, they lost big stars and in Hall and Nash and Hogan, and then the WCW became the valley of forgotten of WWE stars that got a revitalization. But the WWE still have plenty of ammunition because they had Austin and Rock and Mick Foley and Undertaker and the aforementioned Triple H. And you had an attitude era that they kind of leaned into that turned fans eventually from the NWO to the WWE with a little help from Tony Schiavone. But they
I'll put butts in the seat. You idiot.
But yeah, but with Austin leading the charge, and what makes booking great, and the with Austin, it was the Road Warrior effect. The Road Warriors never turned babyface. They were just so damn dominant and cool that fans just started to cheer them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something Vern Gagne never got because, well, the last, the only big box office attraction he had after he lost Hogan was the Road Warriors. But he kept making them. He wanted them to stay heel. He didn't get that. Hey, Vern, the reason why you're selling out the St. Paul, Minnesota Civic Center, and the only time you sold it out before that was when you had Hogan, because people like these guys, the ones that come running into Iron Man and beat the shit out of people. And but they're bad guys. They're wrestling King Kong Bundy and Crusher Blackwell as faces. Nobody wants to cheer for Bundy or Blackwell. Nothing against those guys, but they're natural.
But also
they're natural.
true.
Yeah, they're natural heels. But he wanted to keep them heels. But the fans, the Road Warriors didn't change anything. The fans changed them. And that's the ultimate compliment you can give to any heel when the fans start cheering you. You just change their opponents. You don't change their tactics. You just change their opponents. And that's what happened. And some would say that the WWE jumped the shark, or even Stone Cold jumped the shark when he hugged Vince McMahon, when he turned on The Rock, because fans didn't want to boo Steve Austin. Now, granted, Austin did some great shit, especially with Kurt Angle. And you remember the backstage segment where during the invasion angle, and there's Austin, Kurt Angle, Kane, The Undertaker, and Chris Jericho. And Vince is trying to give him a pep talk, and Austin and Kurt are doing the Three Stooges routine, and that's the only time you saw almost Undertaker break. Yes. So I'm saying they got some comedy gold out of it, but still, it was a lousy idea because fans didn't want to boo Steve Austin.
Yeah, I'm hotter. Yeah, Misty says. Well, first of all, Burton says I watched WCW and WWF. Well, same here. Both of us. Our third member will commiserate if he's able to make it. I love to hate that storyline. I was about to say the same thing, Misty, because I loved it.
Yeah.
But it was just it's nah. That was wrong to do.
Yeah.
That just really screwed everything up. I mean, technically, it didn't really hurt them, did it?
No, it kind of set him back a ways because, again, people didn't want to boo want to boo Steve Austin. They because they spent so much time loving him, and especially and what made the Mr. McMahon character, which came out of the Montreal Screwjob, was Austin making everybody wanted to beat their boss up. Everybody wanted to give their boss the finger, and here he was doing it. And it made Vince McMahon one of the greatest heels in wrestling history, because it's so easy to boo him because that's really who he is. That's not that what made Austin so great and what made those characters back then so authentic, because you got to see more of the actual person. Steve Austin never got to be himself in any territory he had been in world class in WCW with Stunning Steve Austin. And when he was fired by FedEx, by Eric Bischoff, and Paul Heyman called him and said, "You come to Philly and I'll give you Mike 5 minutes. You can say whatever you want." And that was the birth of Steve Austin.
I always like pointing out that Paul wanted to put the title on him.
Yeah.
And Steve was like, no, no, I'm leaving. Like, it's not going to be long. So
Austin had 2 matches in ECW, and he lost both of them. One to the Sandman and one to Mikey Whipwreck. Okay. Pinned both times. And he even talked about it. So here I am thinking I'm the big guy. Here I'm a big steal, and I dropped the damn ball. But
take me back, man, because I don't have what it takes anymore.
Your homework assignment, HIAC Talk Radio viewers and listeners, I try to give you one every week. Steve Austin, ECW, his promos. That's where Stone Cold was born, right there. First time he didn't have any shackles, no restrictions. He can be exactly who he wanted to be. That got him signed in WWF. Even though he was the ringmaster, that's the first time he shaved his head.
Right.
But after that gimmick was done, he needed something new. His wife said, "Drink your tea, honey, before he gets stone cold."
Well,
and there it was. Yeah.
And like we said, thus is his rest is history, really.
Yeah.
Burton says I can do an okay Stone Cold. I can. It's mine's all right. The problem is I got Pete on the Shadowcast that encourages me. He says you can do great impressions. I'm like, don't encourage me. I'll never stop. You'll never shut me up. And like we said, the rest, it will never be the same. I don't think it'll ever be the same. I don't think
No,
they're capable.
and we'll talk about the future stars later, but nobody knew, what Austin, the hurricane that was coming after June 23rd, 1996, how the whole business would change because of him. Still the loudest pops you will ever hear in any arena was hearing that glass break and him coming out of the ring. He's responsible for some of the loudest cheers in any wrestling arena you've ever heard. And this was happening back when they were doing house shows. It's a long forgotten thing now, but fans would just go absolutely nuts. Back when you could see signs everywhere and you could bring signs, and yeah, but Austin was responsible for all that. So the resurgence in the late 90s, early 2000s of wrestling popularity, the point where Austin was on the cover of TV Guide. Yeah. Austin and Rock were presenters at the Emmys because the Monday Night Raw show was the #1 rated show on all of cable television before streaming was a thing. And it had, even though Nitro was still a top 5 cable show, it was the Raw that was #1, and leading the charge was with Austin. And I'll say I always put Austin before Rock because Austin was there first.
I was gonna say he was first.
Yeah,
and I'll say he was bigger.
Yeah, and it was Austin that put over Rock though, because what made the matches so great and what made the Intercontinental Championship so great was them fighting over it. Back when the Intercontinental Championship was a huge deal. And what we forgot, well, you may have forgotten, folks, that some of the greatest matches in professional wrestling took place, the greatest matches in the WWE history took place over the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
Randy Savage and Ricky Steamboat. Still the largest crowd they ever got in London was for Davey Boy versus Brett for the Intercontinental Championship. The greatest ladder match of all time, Shawn Michaels versus Razor, was over the Intercontinental Championship. Austin versus Rod. There's no feuds nowadays. There's no one that
Dave Meltzer 5-star matches.
And unfortunately, that seems to be
Clean your office, Dave. Sorry.
I know it's what AEW stars are chasing. I know WWE fans don't give a shit about 5-star getting the best match of the night. I know that there's still a desire to steal the show every night because
there's nothing wrong with having amazing matches.
No.
If you can balance it out. And you can't. Tony,
No.
You can't.
Mm-mm.
I have no complaints about the in-ring product. I've never complained. I've complained about certain folks, like Tyrus.
Mm-hmm.
Why was he the world champion? He moved slower than I do, but whatever. And my other issues with him, but whatever. Burton says the Attitude Era will never be replicated. It won't.
No,
it won't. And I'm not one of those guys like, yes, boobs. I'm like, no, wrestling was. If you think it's hot, it was. You have no idea.
No. How
good we had it.
Yes.
You don't. And it will never be replicated. And you don't have. You're right. You don't have feuds over there. You don't.
Mm-mm.
I was questioning all the booking on all the shows. Some people have made improvements, but some haven't.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that a little bit. But yeah, you can have those matches, but you still gotta try with the coherent storylines. And I want to be, and you know what? I would like to be able to say, I'm wrong. It's working fine. Ratings say otherwise. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Because it's not working.
No, because people are
in either company.
You just hate. I'm like, I'm trying not to, man.
No. And because I don't see the same thing you do, I mean, if you think that what's going on at AEW is great and that you understand the storylines and you get what they're doing with Osprey and the Death Riders, please have at it. I just know the last time I saw AEW, I saw a quiet. You could take your SATs in that audience because the crowd was so effing dead, and they didn't care about anything, and didn't get anyone out of their seats. And I know with WWE, now granted they were overseas where, the product is always on fire, but if you don't give something to get people, interested or invested, then it doesn't matter what kind of crowd or what kind of match you put on, when you've lost the crowd.
Yeah. No, you're right. I guess next week we'll be talking about the NWO.
Oh, we'll say that for July 7th. It'll be after.
That's right. It's July. I forgot what date it was.
Yeah, kids. June 23rd, Austin made his now famous Austin 316 was born. Exactly 2 weeks later was WCW's Bash at the Beach, where WCW's finest would get together and put their face paint on. Lex Luger, Randy Savage, and Sting would take on the Outsiders, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and a partner to be named later.
Sting.
And yet another thing that changed wrestling forever. So.
we're gonna take a little break from wrestling just to. Usually, this is where we bring up sports, but there's been I don't think unless we talk about basketball again this week, I don't think Derek's gonna want to talk about sports. So, and if you're a Nats fan, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. It happened twice, and one night they did it on 2 outs. They batted around.
Yeah.
Thank you, Montreal Expos. Supergirl.
Yes.
You've seen Supergirl.
I saw it last night.
Without, obviously, there's an embargo, but how'd you feel?
The embargo has been lifted, so I can.
Tell us everything. Tell us the whole
I
story, how it
really
ends. Go for it.
Okay, well, it ends. They've been dead the whole time.
Oh, son of a bitch! I knew it.
Supergirl, starring Millie Alcock from House of Dragon, was a very good film. I enjoyed it. I liked it more than Superman. I had my reservations for Superman, which came out a year ago next week. Even though David Cornsweet, Philly guy, it was a great Superman. I thought the movie was just lacking. I'm not used to that, his kind of Superman. I guess I'll get used to it. But I enjoyed Supergirl a little more than Superman. We got first of all, Millie Alcock is perfect for the role. She really nailed it. And most of the critics that bash it, I don't know them personally, but I know that certain critics were open when I first announced this movie.
Oh, I know. They're incels.
Yeah. Well, they were.
Sorry.
They were supposed to be critics, but they were openly campaigning for Sydney Sweeney to get the role. And talking about
okay. I mean, great, but why?
Because she's Sydney Sweeney, and because this would be
never mind.
A high-profile role for her, and she hasn't really had movie success, even though she's the darling and she's like Bridget Bardot, I think, of this generation. And for the kids, if you don't know, Bridget Bardot was a stunningly, amazingly beautiful blonde that Hollywood tried to make a superstar out of, but the roles that she was given weren't really superstar-making roles. They unfortunately they went to Marilyn Monroe because Marilyn Monroe was a fuck lot more talented and funny and had charm and wit and all that. Nothing against Bridget Bardot, who, like I said, was beautiful, but people are going to see Marilyn Monroe movies because she's funny, she's talented, she can act and all that. Bridget Bardot was just stunning.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I'll put that in. That's the analogy I'm giving.
I'm not going to fight you on it. I'm just like, huh?
Yeah. Look at.
Oh, I'm looking.
This is not homework. Some Like It Hot. Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. The 7-Year Itch. Marilyn Monroe is what had the comedic timing that like a Jamie Lee Curtis has. She was not just a pretty face. She knew how to. She just happened to be gorgeous too. Or think Margot Robbie in as Harley Quinn, that type of thing. Not that slapsticky, but
Margot Robbie in anything.
In anything.
I mean,
but I'm saying, but she was funny as well as hot. Bridget Bardot was just hot, and I see that not that Sydney Sweeney can't be funny and quick and glib. But for now, I haven't seen it. But for now, she's hot.
You need to be an actress to play. You need to be an actor and actress to play Superman, Supergirl.
Yeah, and
contrary to popular belief, it's not just me, superhero, do thing.
No, and yes, and Millie Alcock has that, and also it's an action movie, so you have to be able to, to be an action hero.
For those watching the stream, this is Bridget Bardot.
Yes. Again, absolutely stunning, but you don't go to watch a Bridget Bardot movie because you can act. It's because she's hot. Marilyn could act. Marilyn had range. Millie Alcock.
Listen, none of them are Anne Margaret, so shut the fuck up.
Yes, that's a redhead discussion. We'll get into another.
No, that's an actress discussion. I win.
Yeah.
This person, Anne Margaret. Good night.
Anne Margaret. Good night. But Millie Alcock owned this role, and she is perfect casting for.
Like the previews have looked great. Okay, I don't know what everybody's worried about.
I don't either. And it follows comic nerd out here for a little while. Follows the graphic novel, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah, you said yeah.
Because when we saw her at the end of Superman, she was drunk because she was going to different planets where she can get drunk, and because she was wallowing in sorrow and depression. Well, Supergirl explores why she was wallowing in sorrow and depression. And in short, kids, when we all know Superman's origin story, planet Krypton was dying. His parents shuttled him off to Earth, where he would have powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. Raised by the Kents with nothing but love and caring and nurturing. Well, Supergirl didn't have that. She didn't have a mom, Pa Kent, to look after her, and she grew up with her mom and dad when Krypton was destroyed. So she's dealing with loss and bitterness and resentment and thirst for revenge. And when we meet her in this movie, and I said this in my review on my Facebook page, we got to see actually what happens to Krypton. Now, I know, and I got some pushback in the comments, well, the Supergirl from 1984 starring Helen Slater was her origin story.
By the way, I don't know why anybody bothers trying to argue with you, but that's fine.
Was her origin story.
I saw it. I just stayed out of it.
I said, yeah, but this shows you
yeah, but
how
shut the fuck up, okay?
Krypton exploded.
Yeah.
Well, people, and it's getting me, Dan, and this is just off the record here for Dan and I.
Well, you're live.
Since my Facebook is, yeah, don't tell anyone else this. Since
nobody
my page is public, and I keep forgetting that because the people that comment on my shit are not friends of mine, and these are not people I know. And I look at who is this person? I don't remember. I don't know why. It's Robert from Madison, Wisconsin, who wants to let me know that Supergirl from 1984
thank you, Robert.
was an origin story. And I'm trying not to be disrespectful, and I also don't want to be petty. And that's why I'm saying you're right, Robert. But this movie was more descriptive and actually shows what happened to Krypton. The 1984 Helen Slater Supergirl that I saw in a theater, mind you.
Yeah, youngster.
Fuck up. I paid money to see Helen Slater, and that was her big league debut. This is before Legend of Billie Jean. I was all aboard the Helen Slater train. So don't lecture me about that it was an origin story. Yes, it was. This one explored what made Krypton explode, and also the relationship that she had with her parents. She's older than Clark. She's older than Superman. She grew up with her parents. When she left Krypton, she was a young woman. So when she went to Earth, she had none of what Clark had. She got to watch her planet die. Clark was a baby.
Yeah, Clark was real quick, I want to thank Dustin Gratchenson for coming in, and not only have they been subscribed for 35 months, wow. Dustin's a friend of mine. He goes, I want to see these Superman movies. They look fun. I liked listen, you're going to call me a Snyder bro. I don't defend him to the death. So it's an unfair label. I didn't care about it's got nothing to do with Christopher Reeves. It's not a sign of disrespect. I just didn't care about Superman until Man of Steel.
Yeah.
That movie made me care. And I liked Superman, the James Gunn one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really looking forward to this. I just want to see what they're going to do, especially in the face of another sale and, the evil overlord takeover and all that stuff that people are anyway. I just want to say this, and I don't mean this remotely. I have to be careful with what I say because, people are assholes. I don't understand how you look at Millie Alcock and think she's ugly. I don't know. What do you?
That's where the incels come in. That's where but
Dean Cain is supposedly married.
Yeah, and Dean Cain is also a Superman, whether we like it or not. I'm in the not. So you're in a fraternity of super beings. Not everyone gets to say that
No
or gets
Superman
to be that.
fans liked that show. I'm just saying.
So why not support your fellow super
Because
person?
he's a dickhead.
Yeah. And he's an ICE agent. That's why.
Oh, that's
Because
right.
he's not.
So he's probably just looking to throw her out of here.
Yeah.
Not
So,
the other guy. He's from Philly, idiot.
Yeah. So I don't pay attention to anything. Oh, I don't pay attention to anything Dean Cain says. But the critics are falling over each other just to blast this movie. And just really, or they're criticizing the script and saying that there's nothing wrong with this film. Again, see it for yourself. I liked it. Casey liked it. Enough people in the theater, everyone I went with liked it. There was a few cheers in there. Jason Momoa was great, and like I said in my post, I've seen a lot worse movies than this. And you're talking to a guy who saw Showgirls in a theater. Okay. Supergirl, there's nothing wrong with Supergirl. I really enjoyed it. I'm seeing it again tomorrow in 3D. So that's all you need to know. It was really good. I'm also a reason I want to see it again because, spoiler alert, there was no post-credit scene, but it was a screening. So I'm guessing they held back a post-credit scene because they didn't want it to be spoiled.
Interesting.
So I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Is the dog okay?
Dog's fine.
All right. I don't care if that's a spoiler. I saw the trailer and I'm like, I'm not seeing this. I'm not seeing it. You touched the dog. I'm done.
Yes.
Dustin says go ahead. I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes. And we also see the origin of crypto as well.
Cool.
Something we also have never gotten on film.
Well, actually, we got it once in an episode of.
Well, if you looked at the Adventures of Superman.
Actually, shut up, Rob. Not Rockstar.
No.
Although also, no, I'm kidding, Rob.
Rob, he liked it too. He sat right next to me, and he liked it too.
He did.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. Where have I seen this kind of I saw it 10 years ago during the. Well, I won't mention I'm wearing the shirt for it. I didn't mean to do that, actually. I won't mention it because Dustin likes to remind me how much he doesn't like it. But there's a difference between not liking it, telling everyone that you don't like it, and being a critic and just being a piece of shit about it.
Yeah.
Which is what is happening again. Those are distinct. Dustin says, I am not a nerd. I'm going to get this out. I'm not the nerd to split hairs on this. I loved the Reeves movies. I was young enough to not care about the story. I loved the Superman series and the I think he means the Snyder cuts. And I'm sure I'll enjoy these one. Go ahead and crucify me, guys. No, you're in the wrong page for the crucifixion.
No, there's no crucifixions here. You can and I say this as being a huge nerd and everything like that. You can like whatever you like, and you can even tell me I saw Supergirl and I thought it sucked. I'm fine with that. I wear this because of what I love, but I'm also fully aware of everyone's opinions. I run a comic book site, so I routinely have to weather the storms and the slings and arrows of outrageous comments. So that's more than fine. Well,
you're black, so you're not as dirty as that's what that's what I was told.
Yeah, I was told I was black too.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
But I was recently told that. But also to your as far in your shirt, random side.
Oh yes, conductors of metaphysical examination.
Yes.
By the way, I piss off racist white people.
Love it. But happy 21st birthday to the great McKenna Grace.
20.
I'm sorry, I apologize. 20.
So back up. No, and to be clear, I don't hate that movie, Nan. I just didn't enjoy it. I rewatched it recently, you know which, and I still didn't like it, but it's not a bad movie. But yeah, but that's the best thing you've actually said about it. I'll say this.
Well, is he talking about Man of Steel? Or
no, he's talking about Answer the Call, Ghostbusters.
Answer the Call, okay.
And he's fucking wrong. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
no, the difference is I only got annoyed because he kept telling me every time I mention it, he'd come to my page and go, I'm like, I know you don't like it. I'm not talking about it anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's
I
how
love you.
have to. Yeah. Well, that's how Rob is with Aquaman. It's like we don't even have to because
That movie.
he goes out of his way to talk about how much he hates it every chance we get. And even with Jason Momoa in this movie that we both liked, he'll say, "Yeah, but at least it wasn't Aquaman." It's like, oh god, this
I
again.
still haven't seen the second one because they killed the Snyder thing. I was like, well, I'm not going to see
Yeah.
this one. I don't need to.
I liked it too. And quick note,
Go ahead, yeah.
Aquaman and Aquaman 2 are still the highest grossing movies in the DCU.
You're kidding.
I'm talking worldwide box office. I don't know what it did here, but worldwide box office, the Aquaman movies made more money than
Go ahead, finish your sentence.
than Batman v Superman and Man of Steel and then Wonder Woman worldwide.
I will say this. I think the one I got most enjoyment out of is still Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
You know, you got crucified for that too. Birds of Prey is the #1 movie in America. The movie sucked. That doesn't negate the fact that it's the #1 movie in America. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, nothing else came out that week. It's still
the
number
#1
one
movie, literally.
Yeah.
People are stupid.
It only made $33 million. No other movie made more than $33 million that weekend.
Yes, I don't know what to tell you. That's it. By the way, objectively, that movie did not suck.
No.
That movie was awesome.
Again, I've seen worse movies than that.
But it's not even. But it's not even on the radar.
No.
Ewan McGregor almost stole that movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's an uncomfortable.
Yeah, he was a great Black Mask.
He makes you uncomfortable. He's good.
Mhm.
Man, man.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be this movie about, you know, the and I'm so pissed we're not going to get more of the Birds of Prey because they were all awesome. All the actresses were awesome. All the actors in that were awesome. The Zaz B-line was awesome.
Yeah.
But in comes Black Mask, where I'm like, Black Mask. How much is? Oh, okay.
My biggest problem, and I don't have a lot with the Snyderverse, is that you wasted the single greatest on-screen Harley Quinn ever in 3 movies. They could have been 3 Batman movies. They could have been her in 3 Justice League movies. You could have had her in, and that was it. I just thought they wasted her. And the 3 movies that she was in that I really liked. I like the Suicide Squad more than Suicide Squad, and I thought and I like Birds of Prey, but yeah, you had the best. Harley Quinn movie, and he blew it.
I can't disagree with you, but based on, you know, how history has worked out.
Yeah,
but that Birds of Prey, I'll still watch the movies and I'll still watch them. Mm-hmm. I enjoy the shit out of them. Real quick, only to keep it on because I just want to mention this because I'm going to mention it again on the Shadowcast Sunday. So hopefully, Dusty, you'll remember, you'll tune in there. But there's a new Ghostbusters cartoon.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks great.
Which magically got posted to the Comic Book Gurus site, and nobody cared. So
I cared.
I know you did.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. When I post our podcast, we are a podcast. Whenever I post a podcast on there, nobody cares about that.
Yeah,
either.
Same here.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's very interesting that they're telling us it's absolutely canon.
Mm-hmm.
So that erases the Extreme Ghostbusters, which I'm kind of disappointed about, but you know, I'll live. See, look, we moved on.
Yeah,
but they're bridging the gap between the second movie and Afterlife, so I'm excited.
Okay, that's great.
Very excited. I wish there was more I could talk about, but I'll elaborate on Sunday.
No, and honestly, Dan, when you posted it, when I first heard about it, obviously I thought of you first. That there was even a cartoon a project in the making. I didn't know it was going to that they were making, and B, that it'd come out this soon.
We've in the Ghostbusters world, we have had many false green lights, and Ghostbusters 3, or what became Afterlife, or technically Answer the Call, was one of those for years.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Aykroyd I can't remember the exact number you said, but everyone that said, this movie's greenlit, aren't you excited? And Aykroyd was like, listen, until I see lot number something, I'm not going to get excited.
Yeah.
Because that means it's been greenlit. She's just saying it. And then, Bill Murray was the holdout.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do it. And then Harold died. And I'm just sure that they steered away from The Last Ronin. Yeah, but there's a Last Ronin video game coming out.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert that I forgot to even mention on Shadowcast that I need to make up on that because I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
Really excited about that. Okay, back to wrestling. I just wanted to get that out of I was looking forward to it anyway. But you know how I get. I feed off of hate. So the more people that talk about that they hate it, I'm like, oh, it's going to be great. It's probably going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. No part of me thought that was going to suck. No part of me thinks that it matters what you think of what she looks like. I just...
Yeah, and
guys, we got to talk about what's more important. That's the reflecting pool.
Yes, that's really what this nation is. That needs to be repaired. No, but why you would go out of your way to trash a leading actress?
Because Dean Cain's a cunt.
Yeah. But he's because that story has got so much traction. He's a cunt with influence, and I hate the fact that colored anyone's opinion of this movie before it's even come out.
No, that's why I was comparing it to Answer the Call. And to be clear, Dustin, I was never mad that you didn't like it. Mm-hmm. We're both ADHD. We're both losing the translation. It was the constant reminder that you didn't like it. I don't care that you didn't like it. I get it.
And I'm like,
not everything is for anybody. Go ahead, sorry.
Yes, yeah, and I'm the exact same way against people that have to beat the drum about stuff that you don't like. You tell me you don't like something the first time, that's it. I got it. You don't like it. I'm not even gonna bring it up anymore.
Yes, exactly. Dustin's like, no, you're mad because I didn't shut up. Yes,
that's exactly it.
But you do it if you did it on your page, I would not. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
If I scroll by now, the Ghostbusters Answer the Call taught me a lot of lessons. I'm like. Except for the Genesis fans, because I still fuck with them. I still like effing with them when, I don't know why I censored that and I said the fuck and the C word. I still like messing with them whenever they mention Invisible Touch or something, anything to do with Invisible Touch. Even we joked about it before, like if Phil Collins, one of my favorite clips, like if Phil Collins called you up to play Invisible Touch, you'd say no. And I'm like, oh, anybody else, any song but that. No, of course I would. But I like that album. It's the same band members doing something different. Mm-hmm. But Genesis is still in there. And because I'm an evolved creature, not health-wise, mentally, I'm like, yeah, I could hear Genesis is still inside there. That's why the songs sound like that. There's still a 5-minute pop song and a 12-minute goddamn song about the where was it? Lebanese? No. I'll have to look that up. Domino is about war, folks. If you didn't know, Domino's about bombing people. Tony Banks, thank you for the nightmares. But my point is, I have accepted your apology. Shut up, Dustin.
Yeah, we're good.
I love you. But that the whole, if you don't like it, it ruined my childhood. The childhood is right there on the shelves behind you. Childhood's right there. It didn't get ruined anything. But whenever they bring up Invisible Touch, somebody's like, I liked it better in 1975. I'm like, Peter Gabriel left the band because he was tired of it.
Yeah.
The guy that you want to come back does not like you. He does not want to come back. Dustin also said, tell Craig he's the man.
Thank you, Dustin. And I know that a lot of hardcore Genesis fans have resentment for Invisible Touch because that's where a lot of people discovered Genesis for the first time. So there only is like, oh, I love Genesis because of Invisible Touch. And we're hardcore Genesis fans will say, well, that wasn't even, I mean, that's when they became a worldwide, that's when they became pop, quote. But their videos were number one on MTV. They had number one songs. They had top 10 songs and all this top 40 attention that they didn't have that level of success before.
I love bringing them up for this reason because Michael Jackson, Fuck you, Dustin. I'm still a sucker for the In the Air Tonight, the Phil Solo song. That's a joke between him and I.
Mhm.
And he likes I'll never forget, we worked at Comcast together. Well, not Comcast, it's a company that rhymes with Slast.
Mhm.
And I remember walking in and playing an old song for him, middle of the like 1971 Genesis, and putting his ears on. I was like, "That's Phil. That's Genesis." He goes, "That's Genesis." I was like, "Yes, that's Genesis." It's almost metal. Well, it's almost heavy. You know what I mean? It's hard rock. But and the other song he likes. There's a metal band that covered the song "The Knife," and I forgot the metal band, but ironically, they're out of New Jersey. And Dustin's like, "No, I like the original better." I'm like, "Well, that's correct, but." I'm just saying, if I still played, I would play The Knife. That's that exactly. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
In Flames covered Land of Confusion better than Disturbed did. Fuck you, Draymond.
Yeah.
Or David, or whatever the fuck whatever your name is. I don't know your name. 100%. So it's just the world is really fucked up right now. In Flames is the tits. It's a great cover.
Yeah.
And it's death metal. But I'm like, that's the Land of Confusion. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I deleted the Disturbed one once I heard that one. I'm like, you can get the fuck out of here. I swear I don't have it on my phone. The world is screwed up enough. They're trying to kill a bunch of us. We can just let people like what they like. You have your group where you can talk about how much it sucks, but don't ruin it for the rest of us.
Yeah.
I saw In Flames in concert, great musicians. The one time I was going to see them, which was right after that EP came out, when they had In the Air Tonight. Son of a bitch, you screwed me up. Land of Confusion on it. They were going to play Ozfest, and their bus broke down, and they never got there. Lucky me. So back to the actual. We talked about more wrestling, but we're going to talk about more wrestling. Nattie is heading towards. She's going to be in Philly for NWA 78.
Wow. Okay.
That's July 25th. Now, unfortunately, I have something scheduled. Well, not me. Somebody else has something scheduled. So I'm going to try to see if I could twist that and get there.
Okay.
Because I haven't been in the 2300 arena since it was the ECW arena.
Wow. Wow.
That's technically it's a lie, because I've been to the what was the haunted house in there, the Fight Factory.
Yeah.
The Fight Factory.
Factory was there.
right underneath.
Mm-hmm.
The Foreman Mills, and it was Viking Hall. Refers to the Mummers group that would build their floats in there. It was a float hall.
Yeah.
But Nanny's going to be at NWA 78, excuse me.
78. Wonderful.
So that's awesome. I'm down for that. Billy's done a lot to, not that I'm important. I don't mean it that way, but I'm a big Billy Corgan Smashing Pumpkins fan, and he's done a lot in the last 2 years to bring me back around.
Yeah,
he's personally.
He's kept NWA vital. He's kept, long-term
wrestling who's he's pushed versus who he was pushing.
Yeah.
And I just want to make clear, if Tyrus was an amazing wrestler, I'd have a little less to say about it. I'd still bust his balls for being an absolute piece of garbage. The man moves worse than me. How did you? I don't understand that. But they're gonna have. I love that. Formerly known as Fake Miz. Why can't I remember his name? The guy that dressed like Miz and did everything the Miz did.
Oh, Damien Sandow.
Sandow. Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron's gonna be
Aaron
there.
Stevens. Yeah.
Mike Mondo's gonna be there. Ricky Morton.
Mm-hmm.
The World Tag Team, the NWA Tag Team titles, pretty empowered.
Yeah.
Effie, big Effie fan. Alex Hammerstone, who used to not know what a circle jerk. Well, probably doesn't know what that. Well, actually, he probably does. No, he didn't know what a curtain jerker was.
Mm-hmm.
He thought I was trying to be gross. I was like, no, he's curtain jerk. You're a wrestler. Why do you? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. I don't know who you'll kill me. I don't know who you are, and you're bigger than me. I would never say that outright. The women's championship's going to be on the line. I'm really excited about that. And like I said, Nattie being there, I'm like, I really should go. I really want to. I'm going to use that as my excuse to try to get up there.
Good.
Oh, Dustin, fun fact, my old band and two other thrash bands did an end of show concert at the new Alhambra in South Philly after a local wrestling show. Do you remember that date? Because I'd look up that, because I could have three guesses of what that wrestling company was. It was either 3PW. What the company you used to go see with Loudy?
Oh, PW.
PW, yes.
For Wrestling Unplugged.
Yes, and there was one other possibility in there. So I'm looking forward to that. Piper Nevin has given us a health update. Fortunately, the latest update is a positive one. Everything is fusing nicely. And it's looking like it could be quicker than she originally they thought it was never or a very long time, and it might be a little sooner. She hasn't given us, like it's definitely happening, but it's a much more encouraging update than what we heard when, I didn't even know it happened, that she had that neck injury and she was gone. We brought it up here. I was like, oh, she's good. Oh, well, she almost died. But this weekend, Craig, is, isn't it? Night of Champions is Saturday. Saturday?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow's Forbidden Door.
Yeah, two big pay-per-views.
Sure.
Two big events coming up.
That's a good
You
one.
mentioned Damian Sandow earlier, and
Still have his figure back there. But...
yeah, and that's one of the and we'll get to the big ones in a second. I'm not ignoring your
do your show.
topic.
Your show.
Because Damian Sandow is one of the people another future topic show we talk about fumbles or stuff that didn't go well. I thought Damian Sandow was a guy that WWE could have made a lot of money with.
I don't understand.
The guy had everything, and but it reminded me of the Paul Heyman interview that took place earlier this week with Paul Heyman and Ariel Helwani. I'm sorry, with Chris Van Vliet. I apologize. He usually speaks to Ariel, but he had a sit down interview with Chris Van Vliet. It's available on YouTube. It's 2 hours and 8 minutes of great stuff. But Paul Heyman talked about everything.
Talking, yeah.
Yeah. But he said the biggest fumble that WWE had was, and it's something I've always wondered about, and I'm glad he finally talked about it because I thought that's something worth talking about. He said his biggest fumble, the WWE's biggest fumble, was Cesaro.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
He was a Paul Heyman guy, and he said it very clearly. He said, you look at Cesaro, this is Paul Heyman's words, and he checked, especially at that moment in time, he checked every box to become a top star. Everyone who got in the ring with him came back into Gorilla saying, give me him. Everyone.
He's that good. He's still that good.
I remember John Cena worked with him on television, came back and looked at Vince and said, I can main event WrestleMania with that guy. Cesaro was placed in that position the day after Brock conquered the streak, so that when Brock took his hiatus, it was an excuse to be on television to say, my client. So every time he was on, came out with Cesaro, who won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and he was red hot. But when he came to the ring with Cesaro, all Paul Heyman talked about was Brock Lesnar. And so when Brock came back, Cesaro was, but Heyman had the idea to use that guy who speaks 6 languages, have him answer questions in a different language every time someone asks him something. And again, could work with anyone, can do anything. And the crowd was going crazy for him. To the point, even when he got himself over, when he and Sheamus were the bar with the giant swing.
Settle down.
But yeah, he mentioned that Cesaro was the biggest fumble he ever had. Also, something else very telling when asked about the stars today, and someone had brought Chris Van Vliet had brought up how Heyman has watched wrestling have its ebbs and flows, and how could they ever come back to that level. He said, we have stars now that can most definitely reach an Austin and a Rock level. And the stars he mentioned off the top of his head are an attraction. He said, Oba Femi is an attraction. Trick Williams is an attraction. If he keeps going the way he's going right now, Jvon Evans is an attraction. Those are the three he named off the top of his head, which I thought was very telling about.
Wonder why. Wonder.
But he's saying that, and he's someone who's got a lot of influence in the back. He didn't mention, not that obviously he talked about Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu, but the three off the top of his head that when he talks about in terms of attraction, who could be the big stars, as we haven't had one in a while. He mentioned Oba, he mentioned Trick, and he mentioned Jvon. Right off the dome.
Who is in my room that grabbed that spam message that quick? Thank you, by the way. Sorry. Real quick, two things. I want to let you know, as soon as you mentioned the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, it played up on the footage I was playing. Like, it was you hit the post. It was a beautiful moment, and I almost interrupted you, but I was like, no, let it go. Let it go. And he also, Dustin says, Dan isn't attractive, Craig isn't attractive. Me. Well, yeah. Oh, and Misty also says, I guess about Cesaro, Andy is hot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Doing that sort of thing.
You did the band. Thank you. That I forgot you were. Yeah, I got four people that I trust that come into the rooms. They're never in the room together, except sometimes Dustin and Matt are in the room together. They're all mods. Misty used to be a mod. I have to give you a mod on your new account. Sorry. Yeah, those are interesting names, huh? Tells you, maybe it's not just the internet talking when Paul Heyman's telling you the same goddamn thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. Obafemi is.
Yeah. Now he's got to be King of the Ring. I don't understand why the resurgence of Jey Uso is back. I really thought we were done.
That's what I was going to ask you. What did Paul say about Jey?
I didn't hear the whole thing. I don't know what he would say about Jey. I don't know what there is to say about Jey. I thought, and Jey Uso, getting another push is like the world's biggest. Didn't we cover this already? Haven't we been here before? What's the end game here with Jey Uso?
WWE being repetitive? No.
Especially when you have an LA Knight still there.
That would be logical.
Yeah. So I don't see any benefit to having Jey Uso win King of the Ring and going after his cousin instead of Cody. Even this weekend, which I have to say has been the best booked storyline that WWE has had in more than a year. And again, the common denominator, the last time something was this good was the Bloodline saga. And this time, it's the triple threat match, which they haven't had in a long time. Kudos to WWE for doing that. But the common denominator is Sami Zayn. Because here was a guy who's calling himself a good guy, still is face, still acting like a face, still slapping hands with the crowd, with the audience when he comes out, but saying, I'm the good guy here. What did I do wrong? And, getting between Cody and Gunther, and really well booked feud. This makes sense. You understand everyone's position. You understand Gunther's position. The match should have, my foot was under the ropes. I didn't lose. The match should have restarted. I didn't lose like that. Cody's position. Gunther's got a legitimate gripe. Let's run it back. Let's get a referee. Sammy's position. Cody, you keep ignoring me. You shove me to the side. He's saying I need to end. And also Sammy got heat with Gunther from previous. And the way they did that in SmackDown made sense. So booking those three in a triple threat, which again, they haven't done in a long time, which is all, they used to do in AEW, and just let's put all three together. But this time, a triple threat makes sense, and wouldn't be surprised at all if they put the belt on Sammy.
Oh,
why not? We were talking about feuds, something that we don't have. Cody didn't have, unless you count, but I would say Roman, but they've only had the 2 matches.
Yeah.
They didn't have a running feud back in the day. You would have one, and Cody doesn't have a rival. I was looking back on, we were talking about great albums and great, 42 years ago today, Purple Rain was released. And when I went into what was happening in June of '84, I was looking at the schedules of the insane schedule that the wrestling champions had back then, the AWA, NWA, and
So Princess
WWF,
touring schedule.
and I think the WWF schedule was a lot crazier than Princess touring schedule, because just Hogan alone, he went from Minneapolis to Miami to Hartford, Connecticut to
Jeez.
Texas in the first 4 days. But his opponents were Georgie Animal Steel, John Studd,
Jesus.
Paul Orndorff, and Jerry Valiant,
Jesus.
and another one. But while all this was happening, Dan, you had Slaughter versus the Iron Sheik. They were selling out in the arenas that Hogan wasn't in. You had Snuka and Piper, another feud going on. And Hogan just wrestling these random guys. He was just your babyface champion. He didn't have a feud, until Orndorff. As far as like house show business and going across the country and then playing out on TV, Cody didn't have a feud. None of the champions have a feud, and there's no the closest thing would be right now is Sammy, Gunther, and Cody. But, in a month, that could be over. So I think that's what's missing right now, is that there's no rivalries. There's no back and forth.
Okay. I'll mention that. I'll never remember, so let me mention it now.
Do it
I
now.
went to the WWE page to... Wait, is it in Saudi Arabia tonight?
What, the King of the Ring?
Yeah.
That's Saturday. Is the King of the Ring on Night of Champions?
It's the King of the Ring final is on Night of Champions in Riyadh.
Oh, in Riyadh.
Riyadh, thank you. I couldn't remember how to pronounce the name. I'm looking right at it. I didn't realize it was overseas again. No, but what I was going to say is they just streamed the next episode of Main Event, and it's Sol Ruca versus Nattie, and I'm like, well, I'm there. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Another person that Paul mentioned, he mentioned Sol Ruca as an attraction. So the first
I'm
4
glad they said that.
wrestlers he mentioned were Oba, Trick, Jvon, and Sol Ruca.
So the black folks.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. Again. By the way, if you're still doubting she's black, smack yourself in the face.
Yeah.
Please stop that. Stop it. Oh, it's all ladies.
Yeah.
Cool. No, I mean the Main Event episode is all ladies. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cody, I was going to I'm glad you brought it up, because I was going to mention both Cody and Sami of impressing me, considering, well, Sammy's obviously a little more involved, but just the other day I was saying, he's so good still.
Yeah.
And he didn't touch a person.
No.
Really. And he's still so good. I'm so happy that the guy that we used to know as El Generico is still driving this stuff, or partly driving this. Just made me happy.
And a guy that didn't speak.
Yes, he never, not Ole.
Yeah.
That's all he said. And Cody, 2 years ago, how many years has he been back? Has it been like 10 now or something?
It was 6.
6. It's been 6. Okay, that's still more than I remembered. A couple of years ago, when he won the championship in Philly, we were all like, "Now, does he have the?" I think he has proven himself to be a mainstay, and that he deserved it. I don't think there's any question. AEW discussion aside, I think Cody is the real deal.
And I agree.
Sorry. I was just going to say, I appreciate that he still was getting involved somehow, just on the
Yeah. But
Yeah.
playing devil's advocate here, Dan, has the act worn stale?
I don't think. Well, I think that's probably partly why that they've not minimized, but they've kind of
Kinda-
pushed him to the not pushed him to the side, but they're giving him less ring time,
Yeah.
on screen time, and I think that's fine for anybody because we do live in this world where even though you and I and you live through. Again, I don't mean this as an insult, and I always feel like I'm insulting you. You lived through twice as much wrestling as I did. You've seen people do a run for years, like it used to be. You're a champion for 5 years because who the fuck's going to beat you?
Yeah.
Okay. And then it started with John Cena where he was getting booed. We're getting tired of seeing him. I'm like, well, Hogan had Flair and Hogan had runs for years. Why is this now a problem?
Yeah.
And we've fast forwarded that to another 10, 15 years, and it's even a shorter lifespan for people and attention span. That's coming from me. No, I don't. I think some of the fans might think so. I don't think that's true. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. And Dan, that's never an insult to say. That's one of the reasons why I love doing this show, and I can.
That's why I love you doing the show.
But we can get fans or people that didn't know how it was back in my day,
Not in the 40s.
And,
no, I'm kidding.
Like way back before wrestling was all in black and white.
I just like when you said, in the air conditioned spectrum. I was like, I don't even remember that.
That was a selling point, kids, because the Philadelphia Arena did not have air conditioning.
No, it didn't.
So
it had a big satellite dish.
If the Wrestling Commission was lucky enough to get the Spectrum for an event, they mentioned the beautiful, especially in the summertime, the beautiful air conditioned Philadelphia Spectrum, because the summer is when you make the money. The kids are out of school.
When you make the money, yeah.
That's where you make the money. So, so wrestling matches in the arena during the summer were not fun.
Man, I remember when the network first came on, and now I regret not keeping up on it, but that JSG TV has them uploaded as well. But they would upload the Boston Garden shows and the Spectrum shows. Yeah. And I watched a bunch of it, and I was like, this is so slow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. This is what people want again? Are you sure? When people say, I want old-time wrestling, I'm like, you want the holds for 25 cents? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying we've evolved past that. If I was watching that, I would, you grew up with wrestling changing. You're used to it.
Yeah.
If you go back and read when I was an infant, I'm like, can we? Oh, a suplex. Holy shit.
Yeah. I watched it evolve. Harley Race won his NWA championship with a suplex. That was considered a devastating hold.
Flair actually won the second championship against Harley Race with that flying body cross that he never hits, hasn't hit since.
And we had an anniversary last week. Was the June 12th was the anniversary of Dusty Rhodes winning his second NWA championship.
That's right.
It was 45 years ago to Harley Race. Again, Harley Race, his weakness, flying body presses. He lost one to Flair, and he lost it to Dusty in the Omni.
Well, but also Dusty doing a flying body press versus Ric Flair is a little more dangerous.
Yeah, but 45 years ago last week, Dusty won his second NWA championship, and it will be his longest reign in history of Dusty Rhodes' life. He held it from June to September. So another anniversary we got coming up September will be 45 years since Ric Flair's first title win.
By the way, let me point out, I want to say this. When people, what's the one thing you think wrestling's missing today? Dusty.
Yeah.
I mean, we could, you and I joke, Kelly and I joke, there's a bunch of people that joke about, but that's a Dusty finish. Oh, Dusty booked War Games. Let's overcomplicate this. But it's still but Dusty still did.
Yeah. And the Dusty finish kept houses relevant for into the 80s, because the Dusty finish wasn't just in the Carolinas.
No.
They had Dusty finishes in Tennessee, in Florida, in Georgia. where the champion, not even the world champion, the champion would be pinned, and the referee would come out, and what happened? I saw a Dusty finish on Florida television.
Dude, this flying
Yeah.
body press by Dusty looks fucking smooth.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I put it
No,
on the
don't
clip and I'm like,
apologize.
live. I don't think I've seen that.
And you see Dusty trying to recreate when he first won a title in '79, begging the fans to come in. What made the first title win so amazing was
yeah.
it was organic though, because that was Dusty's first. He
Yeah, I
finally
see
beat
him
Harley
try-
Race.
Oh, poor man.
It was
Poor
in
dude.
Tampa Bay. But you see Dusty in the Omni yelling at fans to come in the ring, trying to recreate the image of his first NWA title win. This was in the Omni in Atlanta.
Imagine
last week.
people living in the world and they make fun of that motherfucker.
Yeah, they don't know.
But boy,
The impact of Dusty.
I
and
love you tell the story. Like, I thought he was black.
First time I heard Dusty Rhodes, thanks to the partnership between Eddie Graham and Vince McMahon, I got Championship Wrestling from Florida on syndication on Channel 17 here in Philly. And I got
HL
to see
17. Hell yeah.
wrestling that I'd never seen before, because I'm used to the WWF where nothing happens and you have rest holds and you have job guys getting killed and Bruno showing up wearing a suit, holding his belt, but not wrestling. Then I turned Championship Wrestling from Florida, and I'm seeing these people that I never saw before, the Oriental Giant, Pac Song, and I saw Bobby Duncan in the WWF, but now I'm seeing him in the NWA, and it's getting his ass kicked by Dick Slater. So who are these guys? This guy can kick it. I just saw Bobby Duncan like lay wasted, like he was in a 2-on-1 handicap match, and he's fighting Bruno in the Spectrum. I'm thinking Bruno's gonna get killed. Meanwhile, I'm seeing the same Bobby Duncan get his ass kicked by this kid named Dick Slater. I said, wow, these guys in Florida are tough. I turned my back because my mom had told me to stop watching TV and clean my room. And I hear, it's going down, baby. And when I get you, Bob Roop, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to go dog on you.
Who's
You know what
that?
dog is? I'm going to sit on the porch, and when he come up, I'm going to be on you. I said, who's this guy? He sounds like my uncle. He said, I can't about son see another black wrestler. And I see the afro, but it's a blonde afro. I said, who is this guy?
This
And-
motherfucker.
And then I saw him get in the ring, and he was ducking and jiving and wiggling, and the elbow, and I saw him do a number on Bob Roop. And then when Bob Roop got the better of Dusty the very next week, I was crushed. I was like, damn. He attacked Bob
I have
Roop
a
with
clip of him and Ernie Ladd up right now, just for FYI.
yeah. That was another great heel turn by Ernie, who came in as a face, huge face in Florida. When he turned on Dusty, that's the key to being a heel, folks. You turn on Dusty.
I'm a heel now.
Yeah. After that clip, Dan watched the Ron Bass clip. That was another one that made Ron Bass a top star in Florida.
They are beating the shit out of. He's beating the shit out of Ernie. So sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bob.
No, but that was I always say Bruno got me into wrestling, but Dusty Rhodes made me a wrestling fan, because this is the guy that I can root for and I can get behind. And when something bad happened to him, I was crushed. But yeah,
And I also want to point out, this is not Dusty putting on an affectation or overdoing it, or as white folks used to say, being jive,
Mhm.
because they're morons. That's just Dusty.
Yeah.
That is just Dusty.
Mhm.
That is an extension of Dustin Runnels.
Yeah. And you hear the cadence when Cody talks, when he does a promo. His pauses are just like Dusty. Okay, and when I do this, and then he talking like that.
I don't want to overdo it, but
Mhm.
I do get. I sometimes when I'm watching him cut a promo, I'll get chills. And I'm like, oh my god, it's the rhythm.
Mhm.
It's the fucking Dusty thing, man.
Yeah.
Not as big as a superstar as his dad, but
Yeah.
Simon Collins and also Nick. When I watched the video of him superimposed side by side with his dad playing the same song,
Yeah.
and they do the same thing because of who taught him, and I'm just like, you can't teach that. That's just how it happened. And the same thing with Cody.
Yeah. He said, I saw something similar in
And
Jason.
Dustin.
Yeah, and I saw something similar with Jason Ritter and John Ritter.
Yes.
The
Oh
side by
my
side
God.
story.
The first time I saw Jason Ritter was Freddy versus Jason. And even in that,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
oh my, he doesn't just look like him.
Oh, well, I worked with Jason Ritter. We did a scene together in a short-lived
Excuse me?
CBS series called Hack.
Oh,
That
you
uh,
were in Hack?
I did a scene with Jason Ritter. And it was episode 4. And
Come on.
it was so I got to meet but we were side by side. We did a and Andre Brower, great guy too, and David Morse. We shot in a scene in Germantown, and in it, he was supposed to stay in the police car, but he gets out and runs, and he runs by me, and I was with my wife, and we were carrying our groceries, and he runs right between us. We did it 6 times. He ran as fast as he could right by me, and each time he came back, I put my arm on his shoulder, said, "How you feeling, kid? You feeling good?" And he said, "Yeah," and he showed me the scene previous, because he played a drug addict. He was trying to get clean.
It's
and
season
more.
1, episode 4.
Yes.
Okay,
They only
go
have
ahead.
one. Hack only have
I
one
wasn't sure because I
Yeah, yeah.
remember him coming on Preston Steve. I was like, so is it 2 seasons? I can't remember. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just looking for the clip.
No, earlier in that day, he did a scene with David Morris where David Morris put him against the wall and poked him with his finger, and just you're gonna. And Jason pulled down his shirt, and he said it's still red. And I didn't know his name. I asked him, "Oh, what's your name?" He said Jason. He didn't say Jason Ritter. He just said Jason. I said, "Jason, I'm Craig, man. You're doing a great job." He goes, "Thank you, man. I really appreciate that." But he didn't say. And then when it aired, I said, "That was fucking Jason Ritter. That's John's son." And I kept saying to Nancy, and then I said he just said his name was Jason. He didn't say Ritter. He just
I
said
don't mean to offend you, but how did you not look at him and go, "Yeah, you're John Ritter"?
because I never met John Ritter.
Oh, I just the first time I saw him, before I even knew the guy's name was Jason Ritter, when the movie started, I was like, "Oh, that's Ritter's kid. It's got to be."
But you understand, he's playing a drug
No,
addict.
you're
His
right.
hair
Yeah,
was
no,
all
you're right.
disheveled, and he was clean shaven, and he had a shirt on that was halfway on, and he was running like hell, and he's sweating all over the place. He looked as un-John Ritter like as possible. Okay, I just thought this was another actor. I wanted his part. I was like, and I even joked. I said, if he gets tired, I can, we can switch wardrobes. I can do it. Every time I put my arm around him and said, "How you?" And he said, how you holding up, kid?" He's great. And I said, "What's your name?" He said, "Jason." Didn't say Jason Ritter. Didn't say, "Hey, you know who my dad?" He
What
just
is
Jason.
this scene? God damn it!
Yeah,
It's not the same episode with Idris Elba, is it?
No.
Okay, so it's not episode 4. What's the name of the
I'm sorry.
episode?
I thought it was 4. Try 7. It might be an episode 7.
This is crazy because I
But
gotta
yeah,
see
well,
this. I'm gonna screen
It
this.
starred that episode with Moira Kelly, and Jason Ritter, and I don't think
Wow.
anyone else was in that.
Well, the whole show's on YouTube.
Oh, okay. The whole series is?
Yeah, apparently
Okay.
somebody just the account's Philly 2626.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
Does it happen at the beginning of the episode?
No, it's toward the end.
All right, thank you very much.
It's towards the end.
That's all I needed to see.
And he's running down the street, and I have to pull my wife out of the way.
Oh
The one scene he ran between us, and towards the end, I was just pulling her out of the way as he was running towards us.
It's so funny. All right, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it now.
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
Yeah, I'll look for it.
You'll look for it.
I gotta see that because that's. Hey, that's
It was
Craig.
on my it was on my old DVR. My
Oh
DVR
yeah, don't even mention DVR. Hey, can we grab that stuff? No.
Nope.
No, thanks. Well, fuck me then. I guess it's gone.
And the guy was like, your DVR is at 97%. So if you want to, I give you a new one, but it'd still be at 90. My old one was at 97%. I'm at 83. I'm at 84% now. So it gets still up quick. But I said all that to say we were talking about Dusty and his impact, not just as a performer and a professional wrestler, but a guy with an eye for talent. We talked last week about how he looked at Ray Traylor taking a slingshot suplex from Tully Blanchard and said, "I can do something with that guy." And Dusty was one of the people that he was the person that Vince wanted when he was doing his expansion, before he settled on Hulk Hogan, he wanted Dusty because of how great Dusty was, in his matches against superstar Billy Graham at the Spectrum. And Vince was someone who doesn't like to look back at all. But, on the Dusty Rhodes DVD, he talked about the Dusty and Superstar Billy Graham match, and he go, "Oh yeah, I'll never forget that night. That was absolutely magical." And he did an interview with Vince McMahon in an empty arena because of how enamored Vince was, and of both of them. He loved Dusty and Superstar, just immensely because they were box office attractions, and he loved using the word charisma, and that's what Dusty had. So when they were going to the expansion where Vince, after he bought the company from his dad, and unfortunately when his dad passed, and Vince could finally do what he wanted to do with the company, which was take it global, take over all the territories, go on network television. He wanted Dusty, a guy that could talk, and a guy that got charisma, and a guy could put butts in the seats. And he would have been great on the Tonight Show. He would have been great on Saturday Night Live. But what Dusty really wanted to do back then in '84 was book. And if he had taken Vince's offer and been the guy, he would have had to do what all of Vince's wacky ideas. And I'm sure Dusty would have had some say into who he would like to face, just like Hogan did. Hogan wanted the big guys, and Hogan wanted the guys he liked to work with. And I'm sure Dusty would have had a say too, but he wouldn't have been able to bring up the next stars. And that's what he did a year later when he was the head booker of the NWA. And look at all the stars he created in short order: Magnum, Nikita, Luger,
Like everybody.
Arn Anderson, Barry Windham, like Big Bubba, Sting became a star
Who?
under his booking. The guy from UW, the guy who was in the Blade Runners.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, was he tag team with Jim?
Yeah. But he became a star under Dusty's book and the first Clash of Champions.
He was tag team partners with him quite a bit, Sting and Dusty.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy, I don't know who that is.
Mm-hmm. But that's who. But Dusty's eye for talent is also what we're missing in a guy, and knowing how to book people, like knowing how to book stars. I told you the Rock and Roll Express won the NWA Tag Team Championship their first night in the NWA. A week later, the Midnight Express debut, and Dusty kept them apart for an entire year. Didn't even touch each other. They were on the same car, but they never set foot in the ring for a year until they put them together, and then they sold out every arena in the country. That's how you build something between those guys.
Look at this thing. Like we don't have to talk about the end because of, I mean, we can blame Sting, but it was Hogan. Look how long, was 17 months?
Yeah.
We knew he wanted Sting. Sting wanted Hogan. We knew what the end game was.
Yeah.
Over a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the most successful pay-per-view of all time. Most watched pay-per-view.
And that's the one you had to fuck up, huh?
Yep.
Well, one of, then a bunch, but
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to look at this. Oh, what? Ooh. Hold on. I've had to go through many goddamn things to look for this fucking episode.
It's
not your fault.
I said, but I'm saying you don't have to do it now. You got.
I want to see it.
Okay.
Oh my god, you'd think it's easy. It's not. Apparently, the TV show sucked.
Yeah.
Nothing with Dave Morris can suck, so I don't believe that.
No, David Morris, great actor, really kind of quiet, but great guy. Andrew Brower was a really nice. He lived here in Philly. I remember walked right past him at Broad and Chestnut. I said, "That was Andrew
How did you
Brower."
walk past him? He's the wall.
Yeah, and I saw him, but he was a t-shirt and black pants, and he just had the Captain Hulk face, and just. I said, that was Andre Brower. He said, we did a TV show together, but I'm not going to bother him and say, hey, we did a TV show together. And you were nice to me then. I was wondering if you'd be nice to me now. I was like,
please be nice to me. I would like to take a picture.
So intimidating. But, yeah, he was, everyone
Season 2, episode 2.
There was 2 seasons?
There was 2. And you were on season 2.
Hold on.
I'm gonna clip it, chat. Yes, that's funny. Okay, well, I mean, listen, at least I got it. Season 2, episode 2. That might have not been when they filmed it, but yeah.
It's called My Brother's Keeper.
My Brother's Keeper, yes.
Yes. Season 1, episode 5.
Yeah, I'm getting conflicting reports here.
Yes, he played Teddy Griffin, drug addict.
Oh my God! Finally,
At the end,
son of a bitch. Is it during the day, right?
Yes, towards the end, you'll see him in the car. You'll see Andre Brower running.
Andre the Giant was there.
Hello, lady.
Hello, Craig Lagons. Did it involve a dog as well?
The dog runs out, and then Jason Ritter's in a car, and David Morse takes off. Andre Brower says, "I got east." And that's when Jason Ritter runs out of the car, runs down the street, down the pavement, and runs right by me and my
long-ass
pretend
fucking
wife.
scene. Damn.
Yeah. It was August.
Look at little Jason Ritter. Holy shit. I have it playing. Sorry.
2000. It was August 14th, 2002. Was when we shot it.
That's 2 days before my birthday.
It was very hot. It was my mom's birthday. It was very hot that day.
That week in August is a good week.
Mm-hmm.
For great people that were born that day. I mean your mom, not me.
Yes.
I mean me too.
Yes.
I think that highly of myself.
You should.
Correct.
Leos are awesome.
Leos are awesome. Leo, the sign.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much. Okay, so he's standing arguing with David Morris now.
Yeah, he got the poke in the chest.
Oh, that's the poke of the chest. Okay, yeah.
Yes, and that left that little dot. He had a dot on his chest for like the rest of the day that he showed me.
I'm determined to get this shot of you before the episode's over. God damn it! I don't care how much silence we got to sit through.
No,
now he's Jason's in a room with a bunch of drug dealers.
No, he's in a car.
I'm saying in the show right now he's talking to.
Yeah,
he's in a room with paneling.
Yeah. This is me vamping. AEW is the absolute drizzling shits because they have the worst booking and they have the worst angles because they absolutely make no sense. Like I said, talking about last week's episode, the crowd was absolutely dead because they didn't care about anything. Will Ospreay does okay, you got it. A promo.
What you're gonna say?
About how he just got married and then he smashed his wife and then he, but I had to be in Houston for this. And that got no response from the crowd.
Hey, did you guys hear me? I said I had sex with my wife. Okay, thanks.
And he didn't even mention his wife, who's also on part of the show. And he like it's coming out anyway. And he gets into
who's your wife?
Alex Mountbatten Windsor. Yeah.
I know.
But then Swerve comes out.
What's that? No, it's good.
And they get into a brouhaha. And then the Doom Riders or the Death Knell or the Death Ratings, his boys, the new Ospreay.
Sorry.
And he's yelling at Swerve because Swerve didn't come out when Ospreay got his neck broke. So Ospreay's madder at the guy that didn't come out to help him than he is with the guys that actually broke his neck, the Death Riders that are now his boys. How does that make any fucking sense at all? And you're supposed to be gearing towards your biggest heel, MJF, against your biggest babyface, Ospreay, in Ospreay's hometown in London. And instead you have a fucking 12-man leading up to that. With a bunch of stiffs, with not one main event guy in there, all to with Mark Briscoe. I'm sorry. At the end, you're trying to shoehorn Mark Briscoe and MJF, but you're supposed to be gearing towards MJF versus Ospreay in London. That's for your big deal, and I understand they're protecting MJF because apparently he hyperextended his knee. Which is why they were having a 12-man.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but I mean, there's other things you can do than adding 11 more stiffs to a match that you're trying to sell in London. You're trying to get, they're still living off the 75,000 they got, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Punk's last match in AEW. The
Well,
biggest
it's 'cause
crowd.
Caveman is awesome. I'm Jack Perry.
Yeah.
All right. I think I have this now.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to watch this together.
Okay. Here's Andre running. I got East. Okay, yeah. That's it.
I'm gonna need you down.
There's Maura Kelly.
Yeah, man. Why are you yelling at her like that? No, I know.
And there they go. I wasn't in that scene. I knew where they shot. That was around the block from me. Okay. Now
It's
they're gonna
coming.
stop.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say. I
there's
know it's
Mumbles
coming.
from Oz, and that's there. There I am, right there in the back. Go back. There I am. Those two people walking. That's me and my wife. Me and my pretend wife.
No, it's your real wife.
Stop right there. Those two.
Hey, look,
that's
there's
two
Craig, everyone.
figures over here. No, to the left. To the left.
No, I know you're behind on the screen. I have it right.
No, we're on the other.
On the other shot.
Yeah, on the other side of the street, opposite the black car. Those two figures that are walking up the pavement.
Yeah. With
No,
the
you're
orange
over-
skirt.
No, over
No?
here. You're
All
on
right,
the
hold
other
on. Red building is in the center.
yes.
There's a couple walking to the left of the screen.
Yes, or your right, your left, my right. Yes.
Oh,
that's-
yes. Sorry, you're reversed. Yes, I'm looking at the right one. It's just reversed on your side.
Yes,
Yes.
that's me.
That's her. That's
and
you
my
and her.
pretend wife.
Are you going to
yes.
see another shot of you?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was getting to.
Okay, they're gonna stop. Okay.
There you are.
Right
Yeah,
there.
I saw you
There's
turn.
Mumbles. Okay. They're gonna get out and run. Okay. Now Jason's gonna stay in the car, but he's scared to death. There's the
Well, there's
dog.
the dog.
And they goes, I got East. They're doing the best Carl Lewis impression.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
There it is.
I got East.
There's the east. There's the
There
dog.
they go. There's the dog.
Here it comes,
Now
Andre
watch,
Brower.
they go back to Jason.
Back to,
Okay.
Cut. Go. Come on. You said. All right, back to Jason.
There's Jason. Okay. He can't take it anymore. And it's his sister
Okay, get
looking
the
at
fuck
him.
outta here.
He's gonna grab the bag.
Yeah, you're going to push this person out of the
Turn
way.
around. And he
Here
goes.
he goes.
And there I am.
There he is. There he is.
Get out of the way.
I could tell that was you from here.
Yeah.
It's the hair. That's
Now
awesome.
the take before that, he ran in between. He would run in between us.
Oh, okay. So he didn't. All right.
Yeah. So this time, because again, 6 times he ran right by us, like as fast as he could, and the first couple times he run in between us, but this time, I think the last 2 takes, I just pulled her out of the way.
Interesting. Why did? Oh, all right. Whatever. Well, it still looked good. There he was, everybody. Craig Lagans.
And I went to work the next day, Dan, like nothing happened. I was like, I'm just
You
a
should
regular
have been
guy.
like, I was on a show with Jason Ritter. Thank you very much.
It reminded me, I felt like I was quoting Woody from the Cheers episode where it was the one where he was an extra on Spencer for Hire because it shot in Boston. And it finally came on and everyone was gathering and he was talking about how, yeah, me and Robert Urich are buddies and like he let me borrow his gloves. And then they were all gathering around watching it and you saw Woody's arm on the and just come into the shot. And he's like
Did it. I'm on.
and everyone was making fun of Woody, and it's like, oh, you don't know anything. And then everyone leaves because they think Woody is a failure. And then Robert Urich comes into the bar and said, here, Woody, you got your gloves. Oh, thanks, Robert. Say, hey, you want to come out later?
So here's my ultimate question.
Yes.
Does that get your name in the episode?
No.
You were an extra. You're on the shot.
There was many extras in that, and if you saw the beginning of the episode, we were on a stoop, and there was like 5 actors on the stoop.
Look at you
just
saving
like,
her. Like you see him coming, and you're like, come here.
Nah.
Nice.
Yeah, but that was
Closer than I ever got. Actually, I did find. So I did find an old concert of Aerosmith at the Tweeter Center in 2002, and it was pro shot. So it was the in arena. It's not an arena. It was the in venue camera that
Yeah.
filmed the screens. And I was like, it was one of the best shows I ever went to. And halfway through, they go up through the crowd out to the lawn and do 1 or 2 songs from there, and then they walk back through. And when they walk back through, they walk right past us. So I wonder if I'm on that video, and I'm scrolling, and sure as shit,
I have no doubt.
I'm right there, and I'm starting to remember that the girl with the big boobs was with us, and it was a friend of my uncle's and his wife at the time. You never forget it. Anyway, but once or twice we scroll by it, and on the third time or the second time, I pause it and I go, "Oh, there I am." And Kelly goes, "The Eagles jersey?" I'm like, "Son of a bitch!"
God damn it!
I have a black McNabb alternate Eagles jersey on with my jorts.
Black Randall Cunningham alternate jersey.
They were both black too.
Yeah.
But right there, I'm like, "Yep, that's me." You can tell. It's just less chin, more solid, less wide, less chin, more hair.
I was in the theatrical release of Unbreakable, the M. Night Shyamalan.
You didn't get cut from the disc.
No. Yeah, I got cut from the disc, but in the theatrical release, well, because it is wider. But I saw it watched it with Nancy. She picked me out before I did because she knows my walk. I don't know how I walk, and she goes, "There you are." I was like, "Where?" It's like right there, where you walk. Because the scene where Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson are
in the Blu-ray at all?
No. It might be. I don't have the Blu-ray. I have to just.
I
have
do.
the DVD.
I'll have to watch it, and we'll
but
have to
the
see.
scene where Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson walk up the line, and then Bruce Willis stops. So they're at the head of the line, waiting for the guy that Bruce Willis has the sense of that has a gun. So while they're waiting at the front of the line, I walk by them, and Nancy picked me out. There you are, because I walked by him like 3 times. And a scene that was cut that I wished it wasn't. Robin Wright was in that scene because she comes up to Bruce Willis and they have this huge fight, and she calls him every kind of fucking asshole and you motherfucker this. And we're supposed to be going into the stadium, and we're looking back and watching this and going in. And Knight, he had final say. I only saw him once, but the AD was the one directing the scene. And he was yelling at us, "Don't look at the camera." Robin Wright's carrying Bruce Willis, a new one. He's a security guard. And we're supposed to be walking into and we're like, you see a couple yelling at each other, you're not going to look? We're supposed to just keep walking. Don't look at the camera. Don't look at Robin and Bruce. Don't look at, just keep walking. But people kept looking back because of the Jenny from fucking Forrest Gump calling Bruce Wayne every kind of faggot, motherfucker, and this and that. And so they cut the whole scene because I guess too many people were looking at them and looking at the camera. But it's like,
is it this scene?
Yes. But I'm to the. Yeah, there I am. I walk by him.
Let me turn the. This is actually something we might get nailed for.
Yeah.
HIAC, probably not. Unbreakable, probably.
Probably, yes.
So you're not on this shot yet?
Yeah, but it was before that.
It was the establishing shot.
Yes, when I walked by them.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Are you wearing a white jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see. Back here? Or
Yeah,
off to the side?
I'm by Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh shit!
I walk by Samuel L. Jackson.
Hey Samuel L. Jackson, how you doing?
It was before that.
So I think I'm wondering if either got here. I'm wondering if it got cut from. Why did it pause? Can you see the scene? Or are you looking at my?
I'm looking at your.
Yeah, I didn't pick that. I don't know why that's doing that.
That's okay.
Let me change that. Hold on. No wonder you're like, what are you looking at, Dan? I don't know. I swear this is the last thing we're gonna do. So because I didn't pick it. That's why I'm stupid.
Yeah, that scene. I don't know. Widescreen, I could see myself, but when in the shorter, I didn't.
There we go. Okay. Yell when I should pause it when you should be in the scene.
Okay.
God damn it.
Can you go back further?
It starts there. That's
It
when
starts there. Okay.
So it's probably a different version of this one. It's a longer, because this is just a clip on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll try to look
it
for
was before that.
I'll try to look for the.
But yeah, I just walked by Samuel L. Jackson. And the other
Just
scene
walk
I
by.
was-
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
Sam.
Mhm.
What
And they
movie
wouldn't
was
tell us
I-
what the movie was about
bet.
when we were doing it. They said it's just a surprise ending, and because we thought Samuel L. Jackson was from the future because he had his purple
Where
coat was glowing. And
where
his
does
hair
that
was
scene
all-
take place?
at Penn State at Franklin Field?
Franklin Field. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that Franklin Field.
Yeah.
I have
and
a
we were in-
confession about this movie.
What?
I've seen it since.
Okay.
I did not see it for years.
You didn't see it? What?
I didn't see it for years, like 20 years.
Okay. Okay.
I just it's not. I didn't avoid it on purpose.
Yeah, I understand.
It just didn't hit my radar, right? And Kelly's like, "Why have you not seen this movie?" Well, I don't know. I just haven't seen it. She goes, "Will you fucking trust me?" And then the reveal, I'm like, "You fucking superhero?" I was like, "Why
Yeah,
did I
this,
wait that long?"
and this movie is some will credit M. Night Shyamalan as having the first comic book movie.
Well, that's Clerks or Mallrats. I'm kidding. You're right. Yes, I agree.
The first superhero movie.
Why is it, do you think that?
This is the longer cut. I think this might be better.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is. Yeah, this has got the shots
Yeah.
before.
You could have been a tax
Yeah.
accountant. You could have owned your
So
own
when they
gym.
walked
You
up
could have
the
operated restaurants. You could have
line,
done
and then
one of
Bruce Willis
10,000 things,
stopped.
But in the end,
Come on, Bruce, walk
you
forward.
chose to protect the people.
I gotta watch this again. I don't remember this
You
scene at
made
all.
that decision. And I find that
Yeah, this is when Samuel L. Jackson's trying to explain
Now, all I need is your
what's
credit
going
card.
on, and this is their
That was
first.
a hell of a reveal too. What his deal is?
Yeah,
That's a hell of a movie.
yeah. The
That
hell of
night-
it. Okay, there I am.
Where?
I'm way back in the back. Okay, keep going.
Okay.
Keep it. Yeah, keep it going.
M. Night gets a lot of crap. Is that you right there? Or are you back here?
I'm back there.
Okay. M. Night gets a lot of crap, but he's directed some really good movies.
I don't know why he's getting a lot of
Because
crap.
people are stupid. If I had his ratio, I'd be all right.
Well, it's like almost like the Orson Welles or
Yeah.
yeah, his first hit movie was a huge hit, and then everything after that, it's like, oh well, it's no Sixth Sense.
Fuck off.
And it's like,
Oh, it's
Ooh,
no
what would
Citizen
it be?
Kane.
yeah, okay, so
Well, it's no Transformers the movie.
look to your right of M. Night.
Sometimes people carry weapons in here.
See,
They drink too
See,
much.
I don't.
Team's not doing good.
So it's got to be the next
Things can
shot.
happen.
Cut.
We do pat downs to the crowd to discourage people from carrying. Please carry and step up.
There.
That's you right there.
yeah, that's me right there.
The jacket right there, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I knew your walk too, motherfucker.
I don't know how I walk.
I don't know
so,
how. Well,
yeah.
you
But
carry
Na-
you have aura, man. You're Craig Lagan. Yeah, oh, that's you.
Yeah. And Nancy said that there you are. I said, where? It's like right there. It's
Right
like,
there,
I
the
don't-
fucking the jacket and the pants.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know how. Well, yeah, that's me. All that
There he
mop,
is.
that mop of hair. Yeah.
I wish I mean, I only had that kind of hair like once in my life. And it was as the back already or the front already started going backwards.
So there, HIAC Talk Radio
There he
fans,
is.
you got to see the extent of my Hollywood career right there in
That's
living
more
color.
than you've done.
Well,
Oh, you were in
on,
one scene. What movie have you been in?
on the big and little screen. My shadow looms large, as you can see.
All kidding aside, not that I see anybody criticize you, but like you have a one-man show that's been on a bunch,
Yeah.
and it's not just like I've said this 100 times and I'll say it again. It's not just, oh, my friend doesn't want to match. It's fucking good. And it should have more recognition than it does, and it's stupid that it doesn't.
No, it's fine. Thank you. First
And I
of all,
wish
thank you.
somebody, I wish I get there. I hope there's another chance where I get up there. And I'm just recording it. I'll have one camera. I don't give a shit. We can do it in 4K and we'll edit in close shots. I don't care. This has got to be seen by more people.
I thank you, and I always felt that, and I always felt if the right person had seen it, then it would have gotten
Kevin?
bigger than it was. Night, you're but
Gus Smith? No.
and obviously had we known about what streaming would be, and nowadays anyone can get there in, but this was back before there was such a thing. But honestly, Dan, thank you for your kind words for seeing it, for anyone who's ever watched it.
It's a great, not that I doubted you, but it was like, okay, Craig has a one-man show. Oh,
It's so
oh,
cliche.
he ain't fucking around.
Like,
That's when I
no.
knew. I was like, oh, he has talent. That's true talent. That you don't make. I don't know. I'm just. That's just how I feel. I don't know. Fucking sue me.
I thank you. I'm not going to sue you. Not over that.
I'm telling you, it's that walk, dude. You got that. You're not cocky.
No.
You just carry yourself like you know your worth. Where other people like me go, I don't know. I'm nervous. Somebody's gonna make fun of me because some English guy's mad.
Thank you. Thank you for the compliment.
He's not mad. Okay. All right. Really, yeah.
And that walk came from a lifetime of trauma. And if I walk like I don't want anyone to fuck with me, then no one fuck with me. So
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's
Yeah.
where that came from. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk like okay. I'm not gonna. approach
Yeah,
this
it
guy.
was perfected in the private schools and the all white suburban areas that I
Yeah.
would find myself in when I was severely outnumbered and behind enemy lines. If people thought I was black enough or that I knew someone that was even tougher than me, that I wouldn't be picked on. And knock wood, I've made it out of very places where I really should not have been, and places where I thought I was with friends and I wasn't. And this is before Uber, before internet, before you had to actually to call someone, you needed a quarter and a payphone to get help.
Get me the fuck out of here.
So yeah, I had to the very thing that got me in it, the color of my skin, I also had to use to get out of. So
Misty
yeah,
Misty said, that's awesome, Craig. I did see this when we were fucking around with the clips, trying to find the clip right. She's like, you guys are killing me.
Sorry,
we're
Misty.
funny. One time somebody's going to see it and go, hey, they're pretty funny. That
Thank
fat
you.
guy's really funny.
He's above average.
He's above average.
No, thank you for the comment, both of you. Thank you, Dan. And thank
I
you,
always
Misty.
say I got nothing out of certain folks we worked with, but I did get something. I got, I got the above average comedian. Thank you, Joel.
Yeah.
It's more than I got from a lot of people. Jake is the best guy I ever worked with in wrestling. Jake Bishop is the man.
Yeah, it was a great guy.
And I had that one argument with him, which I rectified because I'm a grown man.
Hmm.
Just because I didn't apologize to the other guy, they were going to hold it against me till I'm dead. But I called Jake. I was like, yeah, that's my bad. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. I don't give a shit. And I'm like, I know, but I still owed you an apology. And if you'd like, you're bigger than me. And if you need to smack me, I will come to your house and I will let you do it because that was stupid and I deserved it. I offered my body to him and he was like, no, shut up,
No.
Cujo. Also great nickname, by the way.
Yeah, that is great. And I want to say this to you too. And I know this was before we went on the air, and I don't want to pull back too much of a curtain anyway like that. I understand your anxiety, and you felt that I was that we had a problem. And no, I've never had a problem with you at all, Dan. And if we've ever had a disagreement about anything, or even
Which
to the
we
point-
have.
Yes, we have. But if it ever got to a point where I thought there was that I had a gripe with you or you had a gripe with me, the phone call would come first. The text would come first.
Yeah.
I would with you, as far going on.
Oh,
20
I see what you
years
mean. You
with
would be
and
like,
I,
hey,
I wouldn't. If there was a problem, I would not talk to you.
Got
That's high school shit.
you'd let me know.
Oh God, yes.
Listen,
I'm way past
motherfucker.
that.
No,
But
the
yeah,
arguments
and-
we have had, it's like one of us just walk away. It's usually me going,
Yeah.
shut up, Dan. But there's plenty of times Craig's like, okay, we're done. I was like, all right, moving on.
But no, because that's why your text surprised me, because and it was from your new number. I think did somebody else get your phone now? Is somebody?
Oh, and you know what's funny about that? That's my old. Did I not text you?
You did text me, but see, and
No,
it's
I
for-
mean when I switched back to the old number again.
yes, yeah,
Because I was able to salvage it because it's a-
exactly. So your old number, your name comes out. Your old number comes up as you.
Gotcha.
So I'm getting this text. Are
he
you upset
dying?
with Are you okay, sir? I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but are you upset with me? Capital letters. And it's like,
What?
I was like, is this Dan? Did somebody else steal his phone? Why are they
Is he
capitalizing me?
Yeah. Well, right before we got on the air, I got locked out of my
Yeah, Instagram.
Instagram, which is what's funny about that is they're trying to send it to a number I haven't had in 13 years. I've only had 3 fucking phone numbers.
Mhm.
2. One I had for a month. Because anyway, Mint Mobile can suck it. Listen, no disrespect in this juncture for Ryan Reynolds, but fuck that fucking company.
Yeah.
I haven't left a company faster than that. The only other time I walked out of something when I was 17 working at Burger King, and the manager was a shithead, which later found out he was stealing money every morning and let me
shit.
work on my own. But they made me work when I had the flu. The last time I had the flu, the second to last time, my mom found me on the floor of the bathroom in the morning, face down in the bathroom. And I call like I can't make it. I'm throwing up. I can't go. No, you need to come in anyway. So if you were at Burger King and White Horse Pike in 2002, one July morning, I was throwing up around your food. I didn't want to. But a month later, I walked out on him and wrote the longest "fuck you" letter I've ever written to somebody by hand. No cell phone, no laptop. I just motherfucking piece of shit. Put it in his office. Walked out. By the time I got home, he's on the phone, yelled at my mom, and I grabbed the phone from him. I'm like, "Who are you yelling at?" He's like, "No, thanks, Ray." His name's Ray. Fat piece of shit. Fatter piece of shit. I said, "No, Ray, we're done." Click. All I did for you. Oh yeah, great. Burger King. I owe you a debt. And that's a comment towards the management, not the people that work and make the food. Management. And then the next week, I went to go pick up my check. Oh, he got fired. He was stealing money from the safe every morning. Oh, well, that explains a lot. Oh, is that it? Anyway, before we go on, the notes that I took are, I don't know how I'm going to make heads or tail of this. Derek didn't make it. Hope he's okay. I know he was going to the airport. Hope he's all good. But we'll check in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Craig, where can the people follow your famous ass?
They can follow my semi-famous ass at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and TikTok at Craig Ligon, CraigLiGgeons.
Go to danlaw.tv and click on the social media. Don't click on the Instagram one. Well, actually, yes. Keep on clicking on that one and make sure it's still me. I logged everybody out of it. Like, that's all I could do is log accounts out. So we'll see. It's only 12 years or more of my life. It's fine. For Craig Ligons, I'm the very sad comedian, Dan Calachico. Punch your local Nazi. It's just a reflecting pool. Go Phils. Go Birds. Keep it on the paper.
And there you have it. It's the end of the show. It's the end of the show, motherfucker.